And we'll wrap things up with Fountain Valley. The Barons dropped their third game in a row, moved to 1-3 on the season, a 40-17 loss to Marina. But first half for Fountain Valley, the offense was clicking, something we didn't see last week. Some bright spots there out of quarterback Owen Tomko. They did get shut out in the second half, but Howard, I liked what we saw, like the improvement we saw offensively from the Barons on Friday night.
Well, you had to like what you saw offensively. The Barons were up 3 points at halftime, 17-14. That's a big improvement from the previous weeks. You mentioned Owen Tomko. He had a good night, 9 for 15, over 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's a legitimate stat line, and he's got to feel good about that. Gives you some confidence, running passing plays, going to guys like Scott Peschke, huge tight end, big target. Had a big 65-yard touchdown. He had a big night. Drew Reyes, we've already known what Drew Reyes is. He's been playing in Sunset League for a long time, a very productive receiver. Also had a good night on defense. So these are guys that Owen Tomko has found some success with, and I anticipate the offense to continue growing. I anticipate more 200-yard performances out of the passing game. So I was impressed in the first half from what I saw from the Fountain Valley offense.
Barons head coach Gutierrez talked to us about Owen Tomko's growth.
I like that Tomko got more experience just throwing the ball. Experience builds confidence. So I talked to one of the reporters last night, and they're asking about Tomko, and he had some great plays, and then he made some mistakes. So I just had to remind him that it's probably the 40th varsity pass he's thrown.
And moving over to the defense of Fountain Valley, there were guys that had big nights. Ben Pham, he's always a consistent performer on the defensive end. He's an all-league kind of guy. We just mentioned Drew Reyes, really, really solid wide receiver, also does great things in the defensive backfield for the Barons. And then Tyler Nowicki, really, really productive football player on offense and defense, got an interception for his team last night. So there's certainly bright spots. Fountain Valley, they've got a lot of talent, but they're trying to work in more guys. They're trying to find some more depth, trying to see if they can, work guys in so that so many guys don't have to play both ways, don't have to play every snap offensively and defensively. So it's a work in progress, but as you mentioned, we love Coach Gutierrez. We know that he's a physical, disciplined, hard-nosed kind of a football philosophy. Yeah. And that's what they need over at Fountain Valley, and they're improving every week, and look for them to get better next week.
Well, Coach Gutierrez took over just a couple weeks before the season started, and now the Barons, they actually have their bye coming up this week, and Coach Gutierrez was really happy with the timing of the bye, allow some guys to get healthy, kind of take a look at the program, reset a little bit, and then head into one more non-league game and then league play. Full steam ahead for Fountain Valley. So I think the bye week could not be more timely for the Barons.
The Barons, they have a couple guys that are banged up. They're not fully healthy. So as you mentioned, Coach Gutierrez was excited about the bye week coming at this time. They get a week off, then get your body healthy, let some of these nagging injuries heal up, and assess the film. Let's look at the first half, see what we liked on offense, let's see what we didn't like, and maybe take an extra week to work out some of the kinks. So the bye comes at the right time in the season, and as we said, we anticipate Fountain Valley to just continue to keep getting better every week.